Hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Facebook, YouTube world, Twitter world, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Mago bros, wow. The people on Facebook, friends, you know what I'm saying, followers on Twitter, whatever, people on YouTube. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody, even Fan5, my boy ET cutting up for like $7 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You gotta find all the back to school special, hit him up. Uh Also, you know what I'm saying, shout out to Philly, you know what I'm saying? He got a spread in GQ magazine, which is a really big deal, by the way. I think he was trying to downplay it on Facebook, but that's a pretty big deal. Um, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. Afro Pros too, you know what I'm saying? I'm officially a member. Afro Pro Houston. Check it out. Um, who else? Who else? Who else? Who else? Shout out to everybody, man. Really, anybody just trying to be about something, period. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make this world, this kingdom, if you will, a better place, a more suitable living place for all others outside of yourself. Alright, well, let me get into it, you know what I'm saying? This is, I guess, a follow up from the first kind of video I made regarding love, the idea of love, you know, that kind of thing. Again, like I said, this is not them, you know, I'm not just going to be spitting at you some stereotypical nonsense. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be telling you is not going to be like, I mean, in your mind, you're going to first think, okay, this guy's just thinking like idealistically, you know, he's optimistic about society and its ability or capability to love or do whatever he's trying to teach. But I mean, in reality, a lot of these things are kind of practical, and I will strive to like break it down in a practical way. For example, if I say something like, you know, try to always love someone, period, like love, period, like give yourself always, like die to self and die for the sake of others constantly. You know, and to yourself, you're like, well, you know, that can't be done all the time. But, you know, try to single it out within an event. You know, if somebody, I don't know, crosses you out or whatever on the road or whatever, they cut you off or whatever, like, just, you know, think to yourself, hey, I'm gonna let that go. I'm not gonna be the aggressor. And that's dying to yourself. That's loving in a sense. Or, you know, something bad happens like between you and your girl or whatever. Y'all spark an argument. Y'all not talking. Try to be the one to say, hey, babe, you know what I'm saying? What's up? What's going on with you? You know, hope you had a good day today. You know, act in love. Act as if the event did not happen. Not saying ignore the event. You know, those issues still have to be addressed, but you know, just take those events in time and attempt to love and try to do that as much as physically possible. That's how you make these ideal sayings become a reality. Um, Let me get into what I wanted to talk to today. One thing I stumbled upon in my effort to analyze the idea of love, how to actually love, or you know, respond in love, things like that. One thing that I kind of keyed in on in my study, research, analyzation, whatever, pondering thoughts on the toilet, um, is that one of the key components to actually loving is to actually find yourself within that person. Like, I'm gonna say that again. You find yourself in that person. And what I'm really alluding to is the fact that one must actually, in actuality, in a sense, find yourself in that person. Basically, in a holistic view, you are that person, and that person is you. Well, someone said, man, Eric, you know what you saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? You spitting all this weird stuff. Look, real tea. This is really what it is. Like, I mean, think it up. Let's think about it from, you know, sense of God. Like, God, like, reacts to people really because he finds himself in them. Not like God has to do any searching, but you see what I mean. Like, because we are a part of him, we come from him. All things come from him. Nothing. He didn't go and chase resources to make people, materials, the world, nothing. Everything derived from him himself, like the universe itself derived from him. So as a response to even seeing himself, like God is like so compounded within his glory that when he sees basically representations of himself, he responds in such manner. Like man, how do I describe it? Okay, for example, let's bring Christ in the mix. like, how do I say this? Like, one of the key things I believe about Jesus is the fact that, like, him coming down, like, he himself is literally God himself. Yeah, there are going to be some people that don't agree with me in that statement, but that's just what it is. Like, through the analyzation of scriptures, that's what I've come to find. Like, he himself is God himself. And God himself wants man to become aware once more. Like, described in Genesis, how Adam and God were like one in a sense. Like, they would be moving about and, like, literally, like, they became one. Like, they are one, literally. But, with the fall of man, they became that notion of separation, this shame. Like, I must hide from him. So now I'm no longer a part of him, I become apart from him. So, kind of like one of the key things to Christ is, he brings that awareness also. I mean, these things are happening, I guess, in the unseen realm, consciousness, subconsciousness, however you want to think about it, spirit realm. Some people use that kind of terminology. But in a sense, he's bringing about an awareness. He's letting you and the universe know that there is no more separation, that in fact, there is, like, I don't know, there's a complete union between this one holistic figure, this holy figure you once separated yourself from, but now you guys are actually one. Just like Christ says, look, I and the Father in me. And that's one thing I want to take a bridge to relationships real quick, is that when you have a spouse, or even just people like friends, family members, etc., like you have to come to the conclusion first that there is something that connects every single person, period. Every single person, because every single person has this one component that's alike, and it links and together in a sense, like the entire universe in a sense is like God, or apart from God, like a part of God, excuse me. And once you realize that you yourself have this spirit, this same spirit that is like so holy, once you become aware of that, this spirit is in you and it's also in your brethren. Essentially, you guys are the same people, but your physical representations of yourself are representations of things unseen, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I'm spitting some crazy stuff right now, but it's like that's just a conclusion I came about. Like, when you see your mate, you have to realize, like, look, I am really like this woman, and this woman is really me. Like, we are the same, like we are one, because there's a spirit in us that connects us both. Don't think on a separative level or an individualistic level. You need to think on a level of connectivity, in a sense that you guys are the same because you guys bear the same spirit. She's you, everything that's about her is you, and everything that's about you is her. So how can one truly deny himself? And that's one of the key things I wanted to focus on today, is just becoming aware that, man, this person is me. Like, where you go, I will be also. Like, that kind of thinking. Like, it sounds like some weird jargon. Eric's just talking all this philosophical mess, but like, it's kind of helped me deal with issues better, in my relationship with people, period. Like, I look at this individual like, man, this is actually me. Like, this is me. Like, how do I treat myself? Like, how can I treat myself? Do unto others as they would have done unto you. Like, having a perspective of the mirror effect, like you, in a sense. Like, how can you treat someone a particular way when you wouldn't want to be treated that way? But knowing that you are that person causes like an embracement, an acceptance, forgiveness, mercy, grace, all of these things. You have to become aware that you and that person are the same, period. When you become aware of that, then it becomes easier to even love, like to know that that person has God, like that person, in a sense, don't get offended now, is God in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you're a part of that too, and both of y'all are the same people. Like, just becoming aware of that is just absolutely remarkable, and it will help you hold back anger. If you see a poor person on the street, like, man, how could I be standing there begging for bread? Like, how could, like, and what can help you lead to that kind of thinking is looking at that poor person, for example, as a brother or a sister, because people can cope with that idea a lot easier. You know, your brother or sister in a sense is a part of you, and from your family, from your family in a sense. So you feel like that person is a part of you because they've lived with you thus long. So when you see someone on the street that you don't know, you identify with them, at least starting off thinking that, okay, this person is a brother or a sister. Like, how can I leave my brother and my sister behind? Like, why are you out here begging for bread? Like, real talk. Like, that's not right. Come in the car. Like, you know, like, let me give you some money. I don't want you to be out here like this. Like, man, you don't have a jacket. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk. You're blind. You have cancer. Like, that sort of passion, that movement to embrace and accept, like, it starts from having that sort of relation to oneself. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, you know what I'm saying? I have some more videos up or whatever, you know, about various other topics. Once again, you know what I'm saying, it's your boy Eric, you know what I'm saying? Holla at me, more videos to come, you know what I'm saying? I'll keep you posted. Alright? Bye.